I just don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. You know, I mean, when you see, you know, gas prices go up, you know what? We're done. I mean, we're just going to, you know, cut right off at the waist because everything got to go up. You know, the food costs, somebody's got to, you know, sustain that. You know, so everything goes up. So when it starts like that, it's like the domino effect. It just goes on and on and on. There's just no end to it.
Yeah.
You know, people don't realize, you know, I mean, when you're in the food industry, you know, you see a couple of bucks here, a couple of bucks there, and then, you know, it's like with eggs. Even eggs, I mean, eggs have gone up over $10 in the last year. You know, just stuff like that. You know, and I mean, I'm one that I always notice this stuff here because I'm like, I have to be accountable to somebody, you know, for my budget.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when you're serving and the huge amounts of people that we're serving, you know, it's like, what am I going to do? Who am I going to pick and choose? Who can eat and who can't eat?
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
And you rely on volunteerism and donations in order to meet your budget, which you are basically in a state of panic about at this point.
I am in a big state of panic, believe me. Amy knows that. I come in here and I moan and I groan all the time, and I'm like, oh my God, you know.
That's also part of the service. We help our agencies get much needed food for their clients.
They're counseling their clients and you're counseling your clients.
We're all in the same
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
While we have this great warehouse space and we have access to so many donors, and a lot of the donors have been referred to us by people like Janet and other agencies.
You know, if we can't handle it.
We're always working together, right?
Yeah.
You know, anything, you know, like someone will call an Apple truck, you know, from Washington, state of Washington, will say, I got apples. I go, well, I can't handle 5,000, but I know somebody who can.
But I'll take a couple 100 pounds.
Remember the shrimp?
Oh my God, I know the shrimp.
Oh, tell me the story of the shrimp.
We had shrimp and shrimp. We did shrimp scampi. We did jambalaya. We did everything under the sun. I think they thought we were a very rich organization at that time.
Well,
and people saying, you're serving shrimp?
Do you know the old story about the prisons in Boston in the 17th century?
No.
The inmates went on a hunger strike because they were so sick of eating lobster.
Oh my God.
That's an old wives' tale. And I'm pretty sure that's true.
That's rich.
Because, you know, in those days nobody wanted to eat lobster because they didn't understand, you know, how delicious it was.
Right.
So it was a, you know, it was a food that the prisoners got.
Well, we were lucky enough to get a donation of shrimp, fresh shrimp, donated to us. It was referred to us by the New Hampshire Food Bank.
Okay.
UNH was doing a research project in the shrimp beds, and they couldn't. The fishermen couldn't shrimp there for the time frame that the research was going on.
Okay.
And the students didn't have any place to keep the shrimp. They're not in the food business. So the New Hampshire Food Bank offered to share it with us. So we called places like Janet's and other meals programs that we knew could use a highly perishable product. But the only trick, the catch was... Sorry about
catch
the pun.
was, yep.
The cat, yeah, that is a good pun.
We had to remove the heads off of them. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, because they rot a lot faster with the head on.
Yeah.
Right. So we had we
had to behead them.
Had volunteers cutting the heads off shrimp for the mobile pantry program.
Yeah.
Poor Janet.
I did it.
Did one of the shrimp containers break or something?
Oh yes.
Shrimp juice.
We had shrimp everywhere.
Well, you know
I'll tell you, we stunk, boy.
Yeah, but you know what I hear? Once you get used to the stink, you can't smell it anymore.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Now this was kind of like warm weather, and people were looking at us like,
We were all pretty stinky.
Yeah, we sure were. We did shrimp marinara, you name it. Whatever I could find that we put shrimp in, we did shrimp.
It's a good source of protein.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy that you talked to me today, Jan, and I'm very happy that you are out in my community providing service that is so essential. Shelter, food, and I really appreciate everything that you do.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.